Welcome back to the deep dive.
Glad to be back.
We've been getting a ton of questions from listeners about this
This new grain.
yeah.
Tritordeum.
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 So we thought, let's do a deep dive.
Yeah, let's dive deep.
Figure out, is this really the future of grains?
Is it all hype, or is it
Or is it just hype?
the real deal?
Right.
We got articles, we got research, we even got some tasting notes.
Oh, tasting notes.
Yeah, I got to try some Tritordeum products.
So I'm excited. This should be fun.
Yeah, and you know what? It's actually pretty fascinating how much
Potential.
Yeah, how much potential is packed into
Just a little grain.
one tiny little grain.
It's amazing. We're talking about everything from...
Well, baking and brewing.
Right, of course, but then also...
Sustainability. Nutrition.
Yeah, and maybe even like...
How we think about food production.
Exactly, like a whole shift.
It could be a game changer.
Yeah, so...
Where do we even begin?
Yeah, like what is this Tritordeum?
What is it? What is it all about?
And like why is everyone so excited about it?
Well, it's funny because Tritordeum actually has been around for a while.
Really?
Yeah, it was developed back in 1977.
Wow.
In Spain.
That's a long time ago.
It is, but it's only recently that it started making waves commercially.
I see. So like it was kind of under the radar for a while.
Exactly.
Okay, so then like why now?
Well, think about it. It's kind of perfect timing.
How so?
Well, with climate change,
Yeah.
with concerns about sustainable eating,
Yeah.
healthy eating.
People are looking for solutions.
Exactly. And Tritordeum might just have some answers.
Okay, so like what is it then? What makes it so special?
Okay, so imagine this. You've got durum wheat.
Okay, like pasta.
Exactly. And then you've got wild barley, a specific type called Hordeum chilens.
Hordeum what?
Hordeum chilens. It's a mouthful, I know.
Okay, so durum wheat and some fancy barley.
Right. Combine those two and boom.
Tritordeum.
Tritordeum.
Okay, and what does that get you?
Well, you get a grain that's like bred to be tough.
Tough.
Yeah, tough. Like it can handle heat, drought, diseases.
Oh, so like those challenges we hear about all the time with crops.
Exactly. Unpredictable weather, no problem for Tritordeum.
So this is like a superhero grain.
It kind of is.
But okay, superhero for the planet maybe, but what about for me?
Oh, don't worry. Tritordeum is good for you too.
Okay, tell me more.
So it's high in protein.
Okay, I like protein.
And fiber.
Keeps you full.
Exactly. Keeps you full and satisfied.
So far, so good.
And, get this, it's lower in certain gluten components.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the ones that could be problematic for some people.
Wait, are you saying people with gluten sensitivities could eat Tritordeum?
Potentially. Now, it's not completely gluten-free,
Gotcha.
so it's not for celiac disease.
Right.
But for folks with milder sensitivities, it could be a game changer.
That is a big deal. I have a friend who is...
Always looking for new options.
Always. She's going to be so excited about this.
And you know what else? It's not just healthy, it's actually delicious.
Really? Come on, healthy A&D, delicious.
I'm serious. It's got this beautiful golden yellow color.
Okay, I'm picturing it now.
And this kind of sweet, nutty flavor.
All right, you have my attention.
People really seem to love it.
Hey, okay, now wait a minute. You said something about brewing earlier, right?
Yeah.
Are you telling me there's Tritordeum beer?
There is.
I did not see that coming.
And it's getting great reviews.
Seriously?
Yeah, you see, Tritordeum has this thing called high enzymatic activity.
Coming in.
It sounds technical, I know. But basically, it's really good at breaking down starches into sugars.
Okay, I'm following.
Which is super important for brewing.
Right.
And that, combined with Tritordeum's unique flavor, well, it makes for a really interesting beer.
So what are we talking about? What kind of beer?
Well, it's got this lovely amber color.
Nice.
And a really smooth, almost biscuit-like taste.
Okay, now I really got to try this.
It's pretty special.
Wow, I never would have thought of that. Bread, beer. What else can we do with this Tritordeum?
Oh, get ready for this one.
Okay, I'm ready.
It makes amazing pasta.
Pasta? No way.
Yeah, because of its texture and how it absorbs water.
Interesting.
It holds its shape beautifully.
Okay.
And it has this delicious, slightly nutty flavor.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Right.
So, like, what kind of pasta? Like, is it comparable to regular pasta?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But even better, it's less sticky after you cook it.
Okay, that is a win.
Right.
I am getting hungry just thinking about all the possibilities.
Me too.
It really is amazing how much potential there is in this one grain.
It is. It's like food innovation at its best.
Absolutely. But wait, there's more, right?
There is.
Because you mentioned Tritordeum isn't just for human food.
That's right. It's also making waves in the world of animal feed.
Wait, hold on. Tritordeum for animal feed.
You're there right.
How does that even work?
Well, it's got that high protein content, remember? And animals seem to absolutely love the taste.
So it's like a superfood for animals.
Kinda. It means potentially higher quality meat, milk, and eggs.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. We've gone from bread to beer to pasta to happy animals.
And we haven't even gotten to the sustainability part yet.
I know. This is incredible. So we've got all these amazing uses.
Right. And on top of that, it's good for the planet.
Okay, tell me everything.
Well, remember how we talked about it being drought resistant?
Yeah, the superhero grain.
Exactly. So that means it can grow in areas where other crops might struggle.
That's huge.
And it needs less water, less fertilizer.
Less of all the stuff that's not so good for the environment.
Exactly.
So it's not just about feeding people and animals.
It's about taking care of the planet, too.
I am starting to see why everyone is so excited about this Tritordeum.
It's pretty impressive, right?
It really is.
And the benefits don't stop there.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah. Even the way Tritordeum is processed is more sustainable.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me more about that because now I'm really curious.
Oh, we've got plenty to talk about.
All right, well, let's take a quick break and then we'll dive into all the sustainability details.
Sounds all good. It really is amazing how, something as simple as a grain can have such a big impact.
Yeah, right. It's like a ripple effect.
Exactly. From how we grow food to what we eat to, how we impact the environment.
Yeah, and you mentioned that even the processing of tricordium is more sustainable.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm curious, what makes it different from other grains in that way?
Well, let's take malting as an example.
Okay.
That's the process for making beer.
Right.
Well, Tritordeum doesn't have a husk.
A husk.
Yeah, that outer layer that you find on a lot of grains.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, Tritordeum doesn't have that.
Hmm.
And that makes a big difference when it comes to malting.
How so?
Well, because without the husk, you get a higher yield from the grain during the malting process.
Oh, I see. So less waste, more efficiency.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you remember that high enzymatic activity we talked about?
Yeah, vaguely.
Well, that also plays a role in sustainability during processing.
Oh, interesting. How?
Because it allows for faster germination and requires less water.
So it's like every step of the way, Tritordeum is kind of designed to be eco-friendly.
Pretty much. From the farm to the processing plant.
I'm impressed. It really seems like a lot of thought and innovation went into making this a sustainable option.
Yeah, they really seem to think of everything.
I have a question, though.
Sure, what's up?
If this grain is so amazing, why isn't it more widespread? Why don't we see Tritordeum products everywhere?
That's a great question. It really comes down to some of the challenges in our food system, I think.
Oh, right.
You see, Tritordeum, it's gaining momentum, but it's still relatively new.
Yeah, it hasn't been around that long commercially, right?
Exactly. And it takes time to scale up production and distribution.
Right, of course.
And that requires investment and consumer demand.
So it's like that chicken and egg thing.
Yes. Farmers need to see the demand to grow more, but consumers need access to develop that demand.
Exactly.
But I do think things are changing.
Yeah, I agree. It feels like people are way more aware of sustainability and healthy eating these days.
Right. And Tritordeum kind of hits that sweet spot.
Yeah, it does. It's like the best of both worlds.
It is. And it's not just a trendy new thing,
Yeah.
It's a real solution.
A way to actually make a positive impact.
Right.
It's pretty exciting to think about what the future holds for Tritordeum.
It is. Imagine walking into a store and seeing Tritordeum bread right next to the wheat bread.
Yeah, or grabbing a Tritordeum beer at the bar.
Exactly. Or like having Tritordeum pasta as a staple in your pantry.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It's not just about one grain, It's about changing our whole food system.
I agree. It's like realizing we can have delicious food, nutritious food, and it can also be good for the planet.
Right, like breaking down those old ideas about sustainable food being boring or expensive or whatever.
Yeah. Tritordeum shows that we can have it all. Taste, health, and sustainability.
It's like a beacon of hope for food, I think.
I agree.
It's really inspiring to see how, innovation and wanting to make a difference can lead to something like this.
Absolutely.
It gives me hope for what's possible.
Me too. And that's what I think is so powerful about this deep dive. It's been really amazing diving into Tritordeum with you.
I know. This has been really fun.
I've learned a lot.
We hope you enjoyed it too.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.